So I want to bring it back to the great Doge, the genius of Doge, led by the Grandmaster Elon Musk. That he's been touting for months that he's saving so much money. The government he's saving the government so much money, making claims of fraud that's never turned up. There's not one charge or one court thing about fraud, and he's saving the country. The goal is to save the country $2 trillion in savings. All right. So far of April 16th, Doge has only claimed $150 billion saved, but the reality verified, he only saved the country $10 billion.
150. $10 billion.
He claimed $150 billion. The truth is, with receipts and everything, what's actually canceled and stuff like that, and people firing wages, it's only been $10 billion. That is 10% or 20%, whatever, of what he actually claimed, okay?
Huge exaggeration.
And what's amazing, that they're firing people like crazy. They're firing, and you think, like, all these, man, they must be saving so much money, like making everything lean. You know, the whole federal employee workforce is only 5% of government spending. Only 5% of government spending. So even losing 10% of that, which they did, is 0.5%. So he saved 0.5% of the global spending budget of the United States, which is nothing, the grand scheme of things, right? But they're making it seem, this big theater, that they're laying off all kinds of people, okay? Most of the stuff goes to Social Medicare, Social Security, Medicare, National Defense. That's where the real budgets, and he's not going to touch that, right? Well, he wants to touch Social Security and Medicare, and they want to eliminate Medicare, but right now they can't touch that. So what has Doge really accomplished? Pretty much, on paper-wise, they have not saved the government. Yes, they saved billions of dollars, $10 billion, but in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. Okay? It's $1 trillion. Out of $1 trillion, it's nothing. I don't know if you guys heard, but there was a whistleblower that give insight to what Doge is actually doing when he does these raids of these government institutions. One worker, he worked for the NLRB. The NLRB is the National Labor Relations Board. So basically what these guys are, it's like the Régie here. It's like the employee rights, union rights. They pretty much help. They were kind of, if it's like they believe in the union, they actually help represent the union in courts and stuff for that. So it's like an independent federal agency. So this guy, he went to Congress. So he went under oath. So this guy's not some conspiracy theory over here. This guy actually said these things under oath to Congress. I don't know if it was a public meeting, but it was a secret. I don't know if it was a secret meeting, but.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. If you're loving this content, hit the like button and subscribe and join to our awesome community. Ring that notification bell so you'll never miss a beat. Together, we're building something so special. Let's grow this channel and let's have some fun along the way. For some more content, check out these other fantastic channels. You got Checkin Habs, one-stop shop for all those things. Habs, sports, we got so much information on sports, guys. Come on. Hello. Checking accounts. Dive into the world of finance and economics, baby. Let's go. Big money. So that's it, fam. Come and check us out.
He claims, and I was right about this, Steve, remember? I was worried about this, that Elon Musk didn't have the security clearances, the people that work for him, Doge in general, all the employees didn't have security clearances, and the way they were doing it. And I was worried. And this guy is claiming that he asked for basically God access. That's like the toppest, they have access to anything. There's nothing stopping you from getting to any part of the system, okay? Gets that access. He downloaded labor dispute information, so like court filings or dates or information about the current cases. He downloaded that information. He downloaded list of union activists, people that are part of this, creating unions or leaders of unions, taking down their personal information, their social security number, their addresses, and they say corporate data. So I'm saying that's probably like evidence from the corporations that they're doing mistreating employees and stuff like that, right? Disabling security monitoring systems of that agency. So basically, when people log in, you actually get a log of who logged in. They disabled that, okay? Deletion of logs. The deleted logs. So anytime something happens, usually they log it.
Yep.
So you have a reference who did what at this time.
Everything's deleted.
They're deleting
No
logs.
history.
After this all happened, Guess what? After like graded it, whatever they did their thing, they left.
Mhm.
A few days later, I don't know if it was a week later. Guess what happened? There was login attempts from Russian IPs with with the accounts they downloaded.
Oh no!
With the login information of the
used
employees,
They went back in with the same login
with
information.
the login of the people information from Russian IP.
Oh
Why are you shaking your
wow!
head?
That just, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, this is, where do we get this report? It's crazy.
It's a whistleblower.
And this
This is what he
whistleblower-
said
Yeah.
under oath in Congress,
Okay.
not under committee. And then because of this, other people are speaking up from other agencies that yes, they witnessed stuff like this. He just goes in, starts downloading information that has nothing to do with what his job was.
Mhm.
He was supposed to cut the fat of things, not just download people.
Mhm.
And the worst part is specifically I'm picking up this one because Elon has been having issues with unions, with Tesla, and I think mostly it's Tesla. I don't think SpaceX.
Yeah.
The workers at Tesla, they wanted to unionize, and he's been breaking that. And look, and look what he did. And then I'm sure this is a lot of important information for all his billionaire friends like Amazon and stuff that want to bust unions and stuff like that. So this is what I was worried about. This is exactly what I was worried about, that he is not under false pretenses. He's going in and getting this information and doesn't have the security clearance. And I'm not saying he's a Russian asset, but you don't know who he's working with. Because it's not Elon Musk himself doing this stuff. He has people that work for him. You don't know these guys, if they're possible assets, Russian assets. So this is exactly what I was worried about. And this is like, it actually happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so this whole Doge thing, in the end, from what I see, it's a farce. They didn't really save the amount of money that they wanted to save, or they tried to save. And it was very sketchy how they went around this.
Listen, from the start, like, okay, it was hopeful that, they're going to like try and clean up a bit of the spending from the United States and like government spending.
But
It's
according
cool.
to this, they're not spending that much. Like, if you look at this, like,
Oh.
was it worth to destroy people's lives for saving
Officially,
0.5%?
35% of government, of GDP is 35% of it is government. That's
Yeah, I
the
get that.
economy. That's GDP. Without that 35%, okay, of government spending, it would be not there in the economy.
How much is government spending, you think? What, $1 trillion?
It's 500 billion. That's it.
Oh.
If there's a trillion, I don't know, a GDP of United States, it's like almost 2 trillion. It's probably like, if it's 35%, it's almost 700 billion.
Okay, but right now it says 10 billion. So was it worth to create this asset called Doge to raid everybody, to make everyone's lives miserable, get private information, and I don't know what was it worth $10 billion? Was it worth to fire all these employees, lose their jobs, put them in a bad place where they can't pay for anything to save 0.5%? Was that worth it?
Yes, I agree that maybe he overstepped here. If he overstepped, he overstepped. That's for sure. To clean up the actual government, if that was their intention. Let's say Trump that's his intention. He needed to do it. Whether you like it or not, it has to get done.